Well, hello, everybody. It's Saturday, and today is a very special day here at the Grandpa Network. Hello, Kids Club. Yeah, come on in. I got a special announcement for you today. I got a special announcement and a video for you to watch. Today is a very special day because me, along with my creator, Sam Bowman, we have written a new book. Look at this. I actually wrote a book. Unbelievable. You guys are going to love this. It's stories from the 1950s. Look at that. There it is right there. Reviving America. 50 stories from the 1950s that celebrate the rural culture of America. There are funny stories in here. There's stories in here about Granpa Cratchet, life on the road with me, Grandpa. That is hilarious. Ha! You are going to love that. Plus, great lessons. Plus, there's also trivia from the 1950s. You guys are going to love that. And it's also has lots of tips about how to have your own memories and share your own stories with your grandkids. So today is Saturday, and a special notice right here. You got to go to Amazon.com today, because today is launch day for the book. And everybody knows that if you buy a lot of books on opening day, it really helps promote the book out around the internet and on Amazon. So make sure today, all the kids listening out there, moms and dads, go to Amazon.com and get a copy of our book, Reviving America. 50 stories from the 1950s that celebrate the rural culture of America. You guys are going to love that. So right now, as our video of the day, we're going to go over to listen to Sam out there sitting on the porch swing. He's going to read one of the stories. All these stories only take about 3 minutes to read. And then go order your very own book and have story time at bedtime or sitting around on the couch all year long. All right, watch this. Enjoy. Let's read The Art of Tent Making. When I was a kid, we used to love to make tents. We made tents out of all kinds of things. I remember one time we got a new dryer that came in a big box. When the dryer came out, I went in. I used to love to pack things into that box, like pillows, magazines, and whatever else I could find. On the farm at that time, we had these little wooden houses we used to keep our pigs in. They were only about 6 feet tall in front with a slanted roof toward the back. They had a little vertical door in the front corner that made a perfect walk-in door for a small fry. It also had a long horizontal door across the front that hinged down, which we used as windows. Normally, we used to put fresh straw or food through to a sow and her little pigs. Grandpa Ramsey pulled one up into the yard and we hosed it out, painted it white inside and out, and it became our permanent playhouse. We had little chairs and a table, and we used dishes the girls had received at Christmas toys. We carted in old silverware, empty food cans, old cereal boxes, and put up curtains out of old scraps of cloth. Anything we could get our hands on, we used to set up house. At mealtime, we'd carry our sandwiches in a bag and sweet tea in jars out to the playhouse and pretend we were grown-ups. We didn't have cell phones, iPods, CDs, or videos, so we whiled away the summer hours working together, making tents and playing house. Our playhouses were filled with lots of old junk, but perhaps they are so memorable because they were filled with each other and lots of imagination. We learned a lot about building homes and lives as we built those tents in the dog days of summer back when we were kids in the 1950s. Mom would save all her old bedding in anticipation of those long summer days, and out would come boxes of sheets and blankets. I remember we had a clothesline in the backyard Mom used to hang the washing on to dry before we got our first electric dryer. We'd throw sheets over the clothesline, stake down the corners, and make pup tents to play army. When we got tired of that, we'd throw sheets over fence posts and make a teepee to play cowboys and Indians. Once we made a circle out of some old wire fencing, threw sheets over it, and made a circus underneath. I can still recall the musty smell of the old sheets as they warmed in the afternoon sun. When we all had a tent house, then we'd set out to pitch a second tent for everyone, and that would become their imaginary place of work. We'd get paper and make signs like bank or post office, and stick the paper up with a wad of chewing gum and drive our bicycles and pedal tractors from tent to tent as if they were cars, trading little slips of homemade paper money to buy whatever goods the proprietor of that tent was peddling. As a special treat, sometimes we get to sew 2 blankets together and stuff it with straw to make a bed, and we'd sleep out in our tents all night long. Kids don't build tents anymore like we used to. Why is that? Well, we all grew up and went on to build all kinds of gadgets that have given the next generation a better world to live in. I'm not sure that worked out so well. Now everything is made for them, so now they don't need to build things for themselves like we used to. They just go buy whatever they want, pre-designed, pre-packaged, no imagination required. Now so many of our young people fill all their days of boredom with designer electronic gadgets and other worse mischief. Perhaps when the art of tent making was lost, they also lost a lot of lessons about the art of home building. So many homes are broken now, over 5 times as many as when I grew up. Perhaps it's time to throw away the gadgets, bring out the old sheets, and make our kids learn the art of tent making.